Finnegan Jones. Sirens of the Abyss. 1. Prologue: The Lure of the Abyss. The sea was a restless beast, its waves clawing at the rocky shore as if it sought to reclaim the land itself. The night was thick with fog, the moon a pale ghost hovering above the horizon, its light swallowed by the vast inky darkness of the ocean. The air was heavy with the scent of salt and seaweed, and a cold wind whispered through the narrow streets of the small coastal town, carrying with it an ancient, haunting melody. In the heart of the town, a lone figure stood at the edge of the cliffs, gazing out at the tumultuous waters below. The old man, his face weathered by time and the harsh sea air, clutched a worn woolen cloak tightly around his frail shoulders. His eyes, though dimmed by age, were fixed on the ocean with a mix of fear and reverence. He had lived his entire life by the sea, had heard its whispers and felt its pull, but tonight was different. Tonight the sea was alive with something more than the usual ebb and flow. Tonight the sirens sang. He had heard the stories, passed down through generations, of beautiful, otherworldly creatures who dwelled in the depths of the abyss. They were said to possess voices so enchanting that no man could resist their call. Those who heard the sirens' song were doomed to follow it, drawn into the depths of the ocean, never to be seen again. Many had dismissed these tales as nothing more than superstition, the fanciful imaginings of sailors and fishermen, but the old man knew better. He had seen too much in his long life, had witnessed the sea's hunger firsthand. It was a hunger that had claimed many of the town's men over the years, strong, capable men who had ventured out to sea, never to return. Their disappearances were always shrouded in mystery, but the townspeople knew the truth, even if they dared not speak it aloud. The sirens were real, and their song was a death sentence for any who heard it. The old man's thoughts were interrupted by a sudden, chilling breeze that sent shivers down his spine. The melody grew louder, more insistent, weaving its way through the fog and filling the night with an eerie, hypnotic rhythm. He could feel its pull, deep in his bones, a primal urge to step closer to the edge, to surrender himself to the sea's dark embrace. But he resisted, digging his heels into the earth, his hands gripping the rough stone of the cliffside. He had learned long ago how to block out the siren's song, how to focus on the solid ground beneath his feet, rather than the seductive call of the deep. He had survived this long because he knew the dangers that lurked beneath the waves, and he had no intention of becoming the ocean's next victim. Still, as the old man stood there, the song swirling around him like a living thing, he couldn't help but feel a pang of sorrow for those who had been lost to the abyss. They had been good men, brave men, who had simply underestimated the sea's power. And now, as the fog thickened and the melody reached its crescendo, he knew that another soul would soon be claimed by the ocean's cruel mistress. The old man turned away from the cliffs, his heart heavy with the weight of the past. As he made his way back to the safety of his home, he cast one final glance over his shoulder at the dark, churning waters. The sea had taken so much from him, his friends, his family, his peace of mind. But it would not take him. Not tonight. And yet, as he disappeared into the shadows of the town, the siren's song lingered in the air, a haunting reminder that the ocean was always waiting, always hungry. For those who dared to listen, the abyss would offer its temptations, and the price of surrender would be their very souls. Finnegan Jones. Sirens of the Abyss. 2. Chapter 1: The Call of the Ocean. Return to the hometown. The sun dipped low in the sky, casting a golden glow over the small coastal town, as Amelia Green drove down the narrow